Welcome, 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 everyone.
Dangerous place.
I should probably clean this brush. Might be a good idea. See, this is why you're supposed to take care of your brushes while you're doing the thing, and not like when you come back to the desk. But I mean, at the same time, I'm flagging a little bit on this, and I'm debating on whether or not I want to pivot to plan B. And I have to make that decision by the end of this week. Because if I'm making that decision, I'm kind of making a change to the. Well, it's. If I'm making that change, I'm also making the change to the focus of what I'm working on. So, like, I can continue with this, but I don't. I'm not feeling it. And hmm. Okay, I'm gonna give it another shot. I know I'm hemming and hawing and I'm being an indecisive asshole. Um, but I'm kind of sitting with three options. And I may as well talk this out because it's gonna fucking bug me if I don't. So I'm sorry that you were all on for the here for the ride this ride. Um, I can option A. I give this another like three paint. I give this another 6 hours of work. I see where it's at, and I decide to either keep going with it or pivot. Basically, today, tomorrow, Thursday. That gives me a week to pivot. Um, and I don't know how effective that's going to be. Option Option B, I continue with the miniature, the model I have painted. Um, okay. Um, so basically, keep the same model, just make something smaller and more contained. Which I can construct something. I still have some foam core. I have plastic card. Um, so that's something that I could very easily accomplish. So that's option B. Option C, do an immediate pivot to the ZIL model and do a smaller base, essentially something this size, basically to fit in that footprint. And focus on and focus on doing the whole thing with inks and like essentially pivot on the thing that I'm working on. Now, if I do decide to pivot, I could probably work. Hmm. How much bigger is. Actually, that would be the size that I would use for that. A little bit bigger than this. You are. Okay. Because I have everything I need right here in order to just do a quick pivot. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with plan B. I have materials that I can utilize for this purpose. I'm going to use the super thick one. Uh, this one might be a little bit easier to work with. Especially if I'm just kind of using it as a. Hmm. Okay. What if I did a hexagon shape? Like I could do round, and I think I'd even want something like I think at least I would want at the very least I would want like the top as far as how big it was. Like the outside diameter of that. I think that would be like the minimum I would want as far as like how big it was going to be. Honestly, I wish I had something that was just a little bit bigger. Hmm. Okay. I have an idea. I really do wish I had something that was bigger than this. Oh, I do, actually. And it's been staring me in the face the whole damn time. Okay, you go back there. I will use you for another project. I don't know what yet, but something. Keep forgetting. This is the bigger option. So, we're going to pivot. And honestly, in this case, and it sounds really bad me saying this out loud, it's more yay laziness. Also, hey there, Stig. How's things? And I already know that I'm not going to be able to get this thing perfect. Not going to stop my brain from forcing me to try anyway. Close enough. Close enough. Um, I'm not bad. Work. I work with frustrating people. Um, I think that's the most polite way I can put it. I swore I had scissors around here. That's not scissors. Oh no. There it is. These are my good snips. They are not scissors. Ooh. Yeah, that does not sound fun at all. That sounds like something that would make me want to swear a lot. And that's why I don't work in like environments where I have to worry about stuff like that. I would probably end up having to have conversations with HR. And I don't like talking to HR, even when it would be advantageous for me to speak to HR. I will be right back. I need to grab some skizzers. How well will this work? Well enough. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some like rough cutting. Fortunately, there's gonna be a little bit of waste. Oh, oh, yeah. That's like 10 times worse. Though actually, today actually wasn't that bad. Most of my day I spent riding around on a forklift. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I so like when I originally switched over to second shift where I work, I was working on a large CNC saw, like panel saw, and I moved I like I said I had moved to the afternoon shift, like the second shift. So fucking I was like responsible for getting my own material because at that point in time the company didn't believe in paying for a material handler for the afternoon shift. So it was kind of mandatory, and now with my current role it's kind of mandatory as well because like I'm ending up like putting away fucking material for the duct room, which is where I work in the plant now. and like moving shit around in the afternoon. Like, I mean, I would rather be running a machine, but like, if they're gonna pay me to fucking piddle around on a fucking forklift for, you know, like 7 out of 9 hours of my day. Well, no, I can't say seven. More like 6 hours out of my day. Seven would have been a fairly large exaggeration. Um, okay, so we are committing to the pivot. Ew. Ew. That's kind of gross. Yeah, the like where I work, I've probably talked about it before with you in the chat, with you in chat, but I make insulation for electrical transformers. Um, fucking, I got screwed over on my last like raise. I'm actually still slightly salty about that. Because my current supervisor had promised that, or had said that since I was, yeah, that since I now am competent in running two different machines, the CNC panel saw, and then now the duct machine, that I was going to be getting a bump, like I was going to be getting, a better raise, because of that. So I'm like, oh, hey, cool, yeah, not a problem. Raise time comes around. Oh yeah, we're redoing how we're getting our, or how we're doing our raises. Now everybody is just getting a raise based on the minimum wage going up, and that was it. Then fucking, I told my supervisor about it. I'm like, you said I was going to be getting a bump for this, and he's like, oh well, sorry, no. The thing that made me salty about it is the guy I was getting a ride with at the time. Like, I had mentioned it on the way to work that I was a little salty about it, and he went to the supervisor and spoke to him about it. And my supervisor came to me and was like, "Yeah, apparently you're not happy with what you got." And I looked right at him. I'm like, "You told me I was getting a bump because I knew how to use the duck machine now, and that's not here." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to them about it. Just leave it with me." Yeah, nothing's happened. And it's been 8 months now, going on 8 months, 7 7 months. I think 7-ish months. So yeah, a little salty about that. But I mean, other than that, like, I can't really complain too much. Because I work afternoons and the the supervisor that works afternoons is pretty chill. Stuff like, I can have my headphones on while I'm working, and he's not going to give me shit for it. Um, fucking, he doesn't give a shit if I eat food while I'm working. Type deal. Like he lets us within reason, obviously. Like nobody's bringing in lasagna or spaghetti and eating it on the floor. At least not on afternoons. Somebody did that during the day shift and got food on the floor taken away. Like a rule made about you're not allowed to eat food while you're working. Oh yeah, that did not last very long on the afternoons. Like I think I went for like maybe a month and a half. That's why that is exactly the reason why I have it as a rule on the Discord. Is like, no, don't be the reason for more rules. Like, don't, don't be that human. And yes, I'm counting anthropomorphic furries as human for that. Just in case anybody out there is like, ha, but what about if it is humanoid, it is considered human for these purposes. Don't be that creature. There we go. That's okay. So I should probably actually do what I had originally set out to do, which is work on this fucking project. Um, so what I'm thinking now, that blue should still be good. If not, I'm kind of partial of using green. Yellow. Yellow blood. Huh. So like I'm thinking cross section, like bit of like worm monster, like giant worm monster, maybe kind of coiled around a little bit like this. Ooh, giant centipede monster. It'd be hard to get the shell right. And the legs. Worm is a lot easier. Okay. I think I'm gonna go sandy desert. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. These. I might have a solution for one of the problems that I was thinking. Making the body would still be a pain, though. Hmm. Oh, fuck. That's the other big chunk right there. Damn it. I didn't have to use that big chunk. Who earns? Who earns? Um, yeah, so I'm gonna do. I just want to do like sand dunes. Where, oh, where? Back there. Back there? Oh, it's not back there. Oh, fucking where is my sand? I'm confused. Oh, that's down there. Okay. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for the inside of the worm's body because I don't think I have any tinfoil. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Hey, my feet go down here, cat. Well, so color me wrong. I apparently have tinfoil. I just never use it, so like it's kind of a shock to me that I actually have tinfoil. So we're gonna take a little bit of this tinfoil. And we are going to make some tinfoil balls. I need bigger. I might actually need more tinfoil. Yeah, like that side to be the bottom. Go and bloop. Oh, what the fuck? Why are you? Why are you like that? Seriously, I need a pokey. Damn it! There we go. I don't know why that changed, but screw you, hippie. Okay, yeah, get over here. There we go. And once again, this area to be the bottom. Yeah. Yes, skin and that butt. Chin. Here we go. Where the crap did I? Yep. Did I just have a dumb? I think I just had a dumb. Oh, there it is. Ah, what the hell? Give me a second. That's not right. That's not what I want. There. I'm kind of partial to the Iron Man line myself. Not too bad. How about yourself? I mean, you know what? At times, that's really all you can ask for. Oh, what are you working now? Thank you very much for that follow. Nice. To be fair, most places that are in any sort of manufacturing pay way better than kitchen work. Except for a few, like, very generally specific circumstances. Okay, so I think I've changed what this is going to be. It's not going to be a worm. It's going to be a section of snake. And I bet you're nowhere near as exhausted after you come home from work. Uh, well, there we go. Because to be 100% honest, that was the first thing I noticed when I started working at Canduct. With me, it's more huh. Even when I was slinging board on the saw, or fucking actually even what I do now, I do what I do now is way more physical than working in a kitchen, and the shifts are generally end up being longer. I don't know. I find because like the plant that I work in is also climate controlled. Yeah, that's basically what I'm working. Well, there for 9, get paid for 8.5 because one of my 30-minute breaks is paid. But in July, we're actually changing our hours to where we only get 2 20s, but they're both paid, and we're only there for 8.5. Um, I'm salty that I'm honestly 100. Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, we get what the ministry gives us. I'm technically not even that. I should be fucking complaining to HR, but I really don't want to rock the boat. But yeah, if you can pay the XP cost for it, for salvaging and repairing or rebuilding, I would say yeah. You can make a case for so one thing I am gonna do that is different. Like I've been thinking about this for a bit. One thing I'm gonna do different in regards to that, like hardware that than the book does, is I'm going to say that like you can only have one active thing of hardware. If like say you decide to, salvage a mech, you can do that and you would still have access to your battle armor if you so chose. It's just you have to like pick and choose what you're using. Because it doesn't make sense to me that you would just lose access to something that you had already had. Like I can kind of understand it for like balance wise, but I mean, like I said, like the way I look at that is you just can only bring one in. You can't have an NPC that brings in, your other mechs or whatever as you bring in, your main one. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do giant snake. Um, Possibly cut in half, possibly head cut off. I'm gonna kind of try and make it as vague as possible. I just have to let this. It is CA glue, so but I mean, yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm also a very big fan of, hey, this rule doesn't work. I'm gonna change it. But I mean, like, I'm assuming there are some sort of like balance issues with that. Um, like again, like I've played with people who I could see doing this, but like I could see somebody going like, "Oh, hey, I have, I salvage every mech that comes my way. Oh, hey, I have like, you know, a full lance worth of 4 stars worth of mechs of my very own. I'm going to, get a bunch of NPCs and field them, or yeah, like I can understand rationale for having rules like that in a game. 100%. Though at the same time, I am very confident in my ability to nip shit like that in the butt. Just simply because of the fact that I have been a power gamer when it comes to TTRPGs. Um, Third edition D&D, or well, 3.x, that just era of D&D, the D20 system in general is like my favorite. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna cut the extra green and add it into the pile. Everything can be nice and even. Like I had one campaign, I could hardly call it a campaign, the fucking ongoing game where myself and another guy made a interesting uh, choice of tactics. It was essentially the Halfling Outrider, which was a prestige class. If you haven't played it, if you haven't looked at it or don't remember it, um, that was specifically for halflings, and they fucking got bonuses for being mounted and also gave bonuses to their mount. Essentially, like it's basically centered around like, you know, they are super powerful when mounted type deal. Um, and the rules for like what like the size rules for what you could ride was basically, I think it was like it had to be at least one size category larger than you. Well, a halfling is small, and a human is medium. And my character that I had was a the prestige class that I took was the Forsaker, which was out of the Barbarian book. And its whole shtick was you have to destroy magic items. Can't remember if it was like every day or every week, up to a certain value in order to get and keep your abilities. And you could never use magic items. But yeah, as that character, through the bonuses that I got from the Forsaker Prestige class, um, and the bonuses that I got from being the Halfling Outriders mount, I was strong enough that I could arm wrestle an ancient red dragon and be on like even terms, strength wise. Um, that GM also let us take multiple prestige classes, which kind of foolish on their part because I ended up taking a second prestige class, which was the Berserk out of the Deities and Demigods book. Um, which is another barbarian prestige class that I had all the prerequisites for. Actually, no, I think I ended up having to take like a one level dip in barbarian to get rage. Although, okay, so I'm gonna say this, and it's probably an unpopular opinion, but like the 3.x series of D&D actually had multi-classing that made sense. Like you could do 100%, you could do broken things with multi-classing. Okay. But they actually took steps to kind of mitigate some of the power gamey bullshit that you can currently do with how they had like the favored class system and stuff like that. Like at most you were, unless you were very like very focused build, Like you couldn't do, oh hey, I'm gonna take a 2 level dip in fighter, then I'm gonna take a 2 level dip in rogue, or like a 3 level dip in this, a 3 level dip in that, and then put 14 levels in fucking. I love that prestige class. I never was able to fucking ride that out until the end because I never had a game last long enough. Fucking the ability to turn into a half dragon. Yes, fucking please. The ability to be okay, so even more so than that, the ability to be a half dragon without the stupid level adjustment. So I really can't say much about doing stuff like that because I very much so am the type of person that I always play some flavor of like magic user and have very few, you know, like I generally have a couple of character concepts, but most of the character concepts that I end up coming up with usually end up being some flavor of like sorcerer or artificer. Because I either want to blow shit up with magics, and I don't like the idea. I like the idea of wizards. I don't like the mechanics of wizards. Like I don't like how inflexible wizards are, but I get it at the same time. Like they're flexible and they can know basically every spell, but they're inflexible insofar as you have to pick which spells you're using that day. And I never really liked that mechanic. Like, and I know you have to do that with the artificer. Um, but I mean, like the game I was, the last 3X game I was in, the GM was like, it was like a one-on-one game, and the GM had a PC, but like I was calling all of the shots type deal. I don't know. With myself, I blame it on the fact that I just wish like that sort of magic were actually real. I know it would be like terrible for humanity if like people could throw fireballs. Like it would be horror bad. Like it would be the worst. Well, it would be both the best and the worst. But like I don't know. Some days I really wish I could just fucking throw a fireball, you know? Not even at someone or anything like that, or like something. Just throw a fireball into the air for no particularly good reason. Not even like a sign of being angry. Just like, hey, you know what? I wanna fire up a fireball. I haven't done it in a while. Bam, fireball. Look at that. Free fireworks for everybody. I would so be a nuisance. And I would be an unrepentant nuisance. Actually, no. No, I would not. I'm gonna be honest here. I would be that lazy fucking mad inventor. But like, I'm gonna leave some of these like little gap areas, kind of accentuate them a little bit. Like maybe this one will look like kind of cut into. Like, kind of rough up this flesh in here. But yeah, like but yeah, 100% if fucking if like TTRPG slash fantasy fucking isekai magic were to be a thing, it would be bad. The magic system that would actually be worse though, like the TTRPG magic system that would be worse than anything fantasy based, I would actually have to say would be something like Monster of the Week because of just how open it is. Like you can literally do pretty much anything if you have a permissible enough DM or GM, I should say. Um, in one session, the GM allowed me to roll to magically make it so that raindrops and water just didn't touch me. Just like whatever. I'm dry. Um, in our most recent episode, as far as the Monster of the Week campaign, because this is for the podcast that I'm on. In our most recent episode for that campaign, I summoned an aspect of Jormungandr to devour a demon. And it is basically portal opened up, stuck its head out, and it was like, nom. And the fucking demon was gone. It's great. To be fair, though, the storyline is kind of weird in that one. And all religions exist. And my character currently has a shard of Uriel's flaming sword. Well, the physical representation of Uriel's flaming sword, which they have now fused into their heirloom sword for that is their like magical focus. And they also have the mouthpiece to Gabriel's trumpet, which was his holy flaming sword, or the representation thereof, rather. Yeah, my character is kind of in the process of, you know, collecting and utilizing angelic weapons for their own not nefarious purposes. I will be right back. I need to grab some more putty. To the freezer I go. I'm gonna have to look into getting more of this soon. Pro tip: you want to keep this stuff good longer? Put it in the freezer if you like buy it in bulk, or if it's already mixed and you put it in the freezer, you'll still be able to use it the next day. Same thing works for green stuff. The longest duration I've been able to utilize it afterwards, I think, was 2 days. Like I think that's the longest that it's lasted for me. But results may vary because I've had some that have only lasted like 1 day in the freezer. I think it's like essentially based on your climate. and how like warm it is and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for this to warm up. Damn it! I should have thought about this ahead of time. Well, I can try and smooth out some of this as it is, so. And this, like, one of the main reasons why I wanted to use the plastic card is this isn't gonna work on me. So I can kind of go heavy on the, like, sand, which I'm kind of planning on doing. Push this stuff together. Just kind of work our way along. Now, there is going to be another layer on top of this. Like, I'm probably actually going to go through at least half of what I just pulled out. Because, like, I still need to kind of do something that resembles skin. I need to make it less lumpy. It's, a snake wouldn't necessarily be this lumpy. But this is kind of like my building layer. I have probably a couple of cuts. Might. No. I'm not going to put one there. That'd be too close. I'd say right here, though. This is stuff you kind of have to plan out ahead of time. Flashes on either side. A couple of them, one or two, like one at least that's kind of gruesome looking. And then right here, I'm gonna have to. What do I want to use to simulate the bone for the spine? I don't necessarily need rib, just something that I can use for a section of spine. Like stir stick, actually. I could saw a chunk off of this, like that much, and use it, and it would be pretty much perfect for this. I think is a very good plan. Um, I'm gonna just kind of mark that one. We're gonna leave you right there because that's gonna actually be part of tomorrow night. Because I want to put that in after I put the initial putty on. Warmed up enough to be malleable. Kind of, but not enough. I'm trying to like stall for time here, and you are not being anywhere near fast enough. You motherfuckers. Yeah, that's where I put them. Oop. Oop. God damn it. At least. That looks about right. Wait as much. Really? Only need a little bit more for today. And honestly, I prefer doing this work a little bit at a time anyway. Just work better for me that way. But I find doing too much of this all at once ends up, it leads to mistakes. Here. Before I had. There it is. A little too big though. Damn it! I should have got like a variety pack size of the round plastic tubes. I was thinking if I had something small enough, I could use it as like the esophagus and just like kind of cut it really thin and glue it on so it could just be in there, but no. That would have required forethought and planning. Skin layer will be tomorrow. This is more just filling gaps at the moment. If I can fill a lot of the gaps now, I can just kind of make a thin skin. Tomorrow, and actually kind of just drape it over. Long as I'm not too fucking crazy about it. I might be able to make this work. No, I will be able to make this work. Because I don't have much of an option at the moment. If I want to have something that I can send anyway. I have another fucking failure like I had last year if I really want, but I don't dig that. I'm not cool with that. Not 2 years in a row. Like, I get it. Shit happens. Move on. But I'm not going to let shit happen again. So thankfully, a lot of this is going to be underneath the basing material anyway, so I don't really have to worry about it being seen, but you know. Oh, damn it. That means at some point today, slash tomorrow, slash after I get my ass out of bed, let's be honest, out of couch, I'm gonna have to look up the best way to sculpt snakeskin. Or the best tool. At least, like, figure out what the best tool would be. I really hope my fucking birthday present from my buddy Shane gets here soon. Like, he already told me what he got me. Like, it was a set of survival books that basically that I'd gotten him for Christmas, I think it was. Because I'd said I was thinking of getting them for myself because it had a lot of useful shit. Um, and fuck, this day and age, you never know when having that information on hand may actually be useful. I'm not like one of those guys, but also gestures at everything. Um, Alrighty. So now what I need to do, I need this motherfucker. This motherfucker being the tiny dowel piece that I'm gonna. Okay, doing that to dampen this down a bit, but less tabernacle. There, better. Okay, and just for a little bit of realism that doesn't need to be there, can't wait till I can go get more big food tomorrow. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so thing first, where did my sandpaper block thingy go? Right there. Okay. Okay, it's mostly flat. Good enough. Middle of this, we're gonna put like an indentation, or at least close to the middle. There we go. That's where the nerves would be. There. God damn it. Not too much water because I don't want it to get wet. And it may expand, and I don't want that. I mean, I need enough water so that it doesn't stick. That's doing. Even if it's sliced cleanly, there's still going to be some, like, texture. And this is, like, the inside anyway. Thankfully, I am doing this in 2 layers, so it's going to be a little bit easier when it comes to finishing. So, like, it can actually be a little bit rougher with some of this stuff, too. Kind of widen this a bit. And then when I bring the skin, I put the skin on, I can have like spots of it already kind of cut away and like kind of fold them out and shape them as though they're like skin kind of peeled back from a cut. Um, I mean, I could also very easily modify this and make it look like a tentacle. You know what? Okay. There's nothing that says tentacles can't have fucking bones and joints. Okay? Could be cartilage. Not all tentacles have to be pseudopods. Actually, I would hazard a guess that tentacle enjoyers. Yeah, that's how we'll put that. Tentacle enjoyers would probably prefer it with some sort of bone structure for the purposes of rigidity. Hey, Curtis, time to change your battery. Now that I'm thinking about it. So I have to remember LR44 is the type of battery. There we go. Curtis is back in fully back in working order. So, what say the rest of you? Do you prefer your tentacles with or without a bone structure to support them? Or are you more of a pseudopod enjoyer? Or even, well, I guess there is a case to be made for like octopus tentacles, maybe squid tentacles. Okay, so yeah, there's a case to be made for that too, I guess. Look, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. I'm just gonna fucking put that out there right now. Alrighty, so we're once again at one of those situations where I'm kind of at an impasse because I have to wait for that to dry before I can put the next layer on. Otherwise, I'm going to fuck up all of the work that I put into this already. And I've already pivoted once, I'm not going to do it again. So we're kind of fucking sticking with this one until the bitter end. But what we're going to do is I'm going to hit that button there. And we're going to grab out a microphone. And we are going to come over to the couch. We're not fast enough to get it, Sharky. That is unfortunate. It is okay, though. We're gonna kill the tunes. Shaboop. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna see who is on and doing the thing. Let's see. I mean, you know who we haven't rated into in a while? Are you on? Are you doing the thing? Well, there are people watching. Oh, channel's offline. Lame. Couldn't. Here, we're gonna refresh this. We're gonna see who's online because that was super lame. There we go. So we got Korg. Let's go following. People that I'm following. Cagnius. I mean, oh, I know who we're going into. We're gonna go say hi to one of the awesome members of the miniature painting community here on Twitch. We're gonna go see the ever popular, most awesome Commander Mittens. I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out while I've been indecisively painting and rambling on about inane bullshit. You guys are why I do this. And I 100% hope to see you back tomorrow while I continue on this this pivot. And yeah. So all any of you who may not be following Commander Mittens, fucking 100% definitely drop her a follow. Follows are free. It'd help out. She'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. It's a win-win situation. And once again, I hope to see you back tomorrow. Cheers.